Okay, everybody, we're live and people are filtering in. Okay, well, I think everybody's in, so we can begin whenever you're ready.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. It's my pleasure to welcome you all to the celebration of Rumi's birthday, his 813th birthday. My name is Anna DiStefano, and I'm a member of the Rumi Educational Center's board. We are a small and dedicated group who ardently support the mission of the REC. That mission includes spreading understanding and promoting wisdom through the poetry of Rumi. It is aimed at learners of all backgrounds, and our primary wish is to promote values such as pluralism, tolerance, humanism, and nonviolence. These indeed are the key ingredients to the unity which is our theme today. I will say them again: pluralism, tolerance, humanism, and nonviolence. Welcome. This is our first virtual birthday celebration. We wish we could all be together, and we look forward to the day when we can all be together in person. Until then, bear with us as we use this technological platform and do the best that we can and hope that all goes smoothly and well. It's now my privilege to introduce Sojourner Kincaid Rolle, one of Santa Barbara's poet laureates, a person whom I've had the pleasure of knowing for more than 3 decades as we met through the work fostering peace around the world and in Santa Barbara. Sojourner continues to be, in addition to a poet, a community peace activist. Like all of us probably attending, she's an FOF, a friend of Fariba, and part of the discussions that Fariba led at La Casa de Maria. It is my pleasure to welcome Sojourner, and thank you all for being here.
Thank you, Anna. And it's my honor to be here, to be a part of this group and to be a part of this celebration. I'm going to read a poem, We Are As the Flute. And I discovered this poem a few years ago, and it just sort of adhered to me. I do believe it speaks to the oneness of us all and to the idea that we are all vessels for that which is, that we have in common and that we share universally. We are as the flute. We are as the flute, and the music in us is from thee. We are as the mountain, and the echo in us is from thee. We are as pieces of chess engaged in victory and defeat. Our victory and defeat is from thee, O thou whose qualities are comely. Who are we, O thou soul of our souls, that we should remain in being beside thee? We and our existences are really non-existence. Thou art the absolute being which manifests the perishable. We are all lions, but lions on a banner. Because of the wind, they are rushing onward from moment to moment. Their onward rush is visible, and the wind is unseen. May that which is unseen not fail from us. Our wind whereby we are moved, and our being are of thy gift. Our whole existence is from thy bringing into being.
Thank you, Sojourner and Bob, and greetings, everyone. My name is Samana Olati, and I'm the president of the Rumi Educational Center. In this part of the program, I will recite a poem by Rumi in Persian, and then Bob Sadawi will read the translation of the poem. Bob, who is a self-proclaimed monk of nothingness, will also play his beautiful flute, and this will be followed by an inspirational remark by poet Wendy Larson. Wendy, who's also a FOF, friend of Fariba, and who has attended many of Fariba's workshops, will read her poem titled Be That Empty, inspired by Rumi's poem. Now, the poem that I'm going to be reciting is popularly titled as The Story of the Reed. And this is the first part, sort of the first poem in the book of Masnavi, Rumi's masterpiece. And Rumi's path to enlightenment is described in this particular piece. So the poem begins with the word Bishno, which means listen. So the first step of the path is to listen. So please listen to Bob and I as we recite this poem. بشنو از نی چون شکایت می کند، از جدایی ها حکایت می کند، کز نیستان تا مرا ببریده اند، در نفیرم مرد و زن نالیده اند. سینه خواهم شرح از فراق، تا بگویم شرح درد اشتیاق. هر کسی کو دور ماند از اصل خویش، باز جوید روزگار وصل خویش. من به هر جمعیتی نالان شدم، جفت بدحالان و خوشحالان شدم. هر کسی از ظن خود شد یار من، از درون من نجست اسرار من. سر من از ناله من دور نیست، لیک چشم و گوش را آن نور نیست. تن ز جان و جان ز تن مستور نیست، لیک کس را دید جان دستور نیست. آتش عشق است کاندر نی فتاد، جوشش عشق است که اندر می فتاد.
Listen to the story told by the reed of being separated. Ever since I've been pulled from this reed bed, I've made this crying sound. Anyone apart from someone they love understands what I say. Anyone pulled from a source longs to go back. At any gathering I am there, mingling with the laughing and the grieving, a friend to each, but few will hear the secrets hidden within the notes.
No ears for that. Body flowing out of spirit, spirit up from body. No concealing that mixing. But it is not given us to see the soul. The reed flute is fire, not wind. Be that empty. Like Bob and Tsunami. My favorite poem is the Song of the Reed Flute. But I've always been kind of disturbed and upset by why we have to be cut from the reed blade. Why does that have to happen? And in one of the workshops with Fariba, I asked her that question, the wise Fariba, and she explained it this way. She said that in separation comes the longing. And in that longing is love. And in love, there is no separation. I'm going to say that again because it took me a while to understand it. That in separation is longing. And in that longing is love. And in love, there is no separation. That may sound sort of like a word spin, but for me, it was a revelation. I felt like my clay house had been burst open and shattered in a very, very good way. And after that, I felt this huge expansion. I guess you could call it love. And Fariba asked me how Rumi's helped me with my own poems, and his imagery definitely did. And something happened. So I keep going. Anyway, his images, and so I wrote this poem, which is mostly Rumi, not very much Larson, and it's called Be That Empty. Dear Rumi, you are with me in these darkest of times, when COVID-19 has made me empty, grounded, locked in, no calendar, no dinners, no trips, no hugs, no past, no future, leaving me present to polish my heart. No longer a fish in the ocean begging for water. COVID is my shams. It knocked me off my donkey. The stream knows it can't stay on the mountain. I am swimming in a vast ocean of grace, still longing for it. You say when the ocean comes to you as a lover, marry it quickly. I know now in the longing is the love. Intimacy and the longing for intimacy, one song. I no longer cry from that cut from the reed bed. I am singing all along.
Thank you, Wendy. Thank you so much for showing us the way that Rumi inspires us and puts light on the most difficult areas of our life. Wendy and her poem is one example how Rumi can walk into our inner life and teach us what we really need to figure out for ourselves. And that's for sure is what I love about it. Hi, I am Fariba Intishari, the founder of Rumi Educational Center. In 1996, I was asked to teach a class in Sufism to a group of graduate students. I was studying Rumi for a number of years and was very curious to find out that if Rumi has the effect that it has in Farsi and also in English. But because English is my third language, I kind of shied away from teaching it. Still, the challenge of teaching Rumi and its effect and my curiosity compelled me to just accept the new avenue of my life and explore the teaching of Sufism and Rumi's teachings on people who wanted to study it. At this time, I was studying Masnavi in Farsi with Farsi-speaking teachers and witnessing the transformative effects of Rumi's teaching on others convinced me that Rumi is offering a depth in our soul journey that many knowingly or unknowingly are looking for. A hidden treasure that was older than 800 years was wrapped all in the harmony of couplets called Masnavi. And the pieces that you heard is the beginning of Masnavi, is basically the prologue to whole 6 books of Masnavi that has the stages of enlightenment. So Masnavi needed to be decoded and brought into the life in its original, authentic form. This is why I founded Rumi Educational Center, because I figured out there are more people that probably wanted to study Masnavi in a depth and understand the whole holistic wisdom of who we are and what we are doing here on the earth. And what is our soul journey about? What is the meaning of ourself? What is the role of ourself? And how are we going to collaborate with each other? In the last year alone, we focus on lectures like the metaphoric word within the Rumi's teaching. We focus on a spiritual growth in our teaching, importance of spiritual practices in difficult time because of Corona. A lot of people were asking for that. How do we explore the unknown when every aspect of our life is not known to us? And this is one of the examples, you know, of the time that a lot of aspects of our lives are hidden from us. So to just diving deeper within the layers of the teaching of Masnavi, we also explore unity, justice. What does it mean longing? What does it mean emptiness? We honored Congressman John Lewis and his work of the good trouble. This is one of the time that we cannot stay quiet and we all have to look for collaboration and a unity that bring the best of us, best aspects of us forth. So the roots of Rumi's vision becomes really important in our time because Rumi vision illuminates a web of collaboration. He believes in perpetuation of creation, that we are the co-creator with each other. We are co-creators when we collaborate with each other. We are the soul of the world. We are responsible not only to understand ourselves, but also to understand everyone else. It doesn't matter if we agree with them or not. It's our job. You know, if something happened, if half of the country doesn't pay attention to coronavirus, that makes everyone vulnerable. So it's also our responsibility to figure out how we can communicate. And that's why I love Rumi and his teaching so much, because it comes, evil in Rumi's poetry is being separated, not understanding our own and not understanding our collaboration among ourselves and with the divine. So we are responsible not only to understand ourselves, but also to understand others. In our collaboration, we give birth and manifest the next moment. In Rumi's philosophy, to understand our connection to ourselves and others matters enormously. That's the web of the oneness that he's talking about. This is a challenging idea, since we have a crucial role to play based on understanding that we are evolved from the same spirit. Coming together means that we have to seek to align with each other without dogma, and give each other the permission to grow together, to make a space for each other, and choose a direction not only for ourselves, but also for the future generations. So it's hard to believe that a 800 years old philosophy is offering all these layers of the wisdom teachings that's older than 800 years ago, and for some reason lost in our time. We are like on a stages of discovering some of these stages, and not teach it to ourselves, but also be able to teach it to others. This is why Rumi encourages us to look deeper within for gifts that we ought to offer to each other, and support each other where we fall short. So it's about collaborating where we can build together constructively, and also help each other where we are not able. We have lacks, we have shortcomings. We have to be able to support each other. This is what Rumi calls the web of oneness. And it is in our oneness that we can find and build and give birth to the next moment in the world. It meant to be with collaboration and coming together and understanding each other. So there's in Masnavi, there is a really neat story that a Turk, from three nations, three people, have really a bit of money. They couldn't buy anything, and they were all hungry. And they were asking each other, what do you want? And every person would say in their own language, I want grapes. So that was a big problem, because they didn't have much money. So a translator came in, and this is 800 years old, almost like a joke. You know, a person comes in that can interpret all these three nations' backgrounds and say, oh, all of you just want hungry for grapes. So the money was enough for the grapes. That's 800 years ago. Rumi wanted to say, hey, if you understand what you want, it might be really the same things. You might be able to do it together. So that's very important for the language also of universal love. This is another way of Rumi to show us this is about understanding the essence, the fiber, the needs. When we are on the earth, it's about the needs. So we are into really understanding some of these effects on us and how it can help us in our time. That's a contemporary drawing wisdom from Rumi to our time and what we need today. The roots of Rumi's vision illuminate the web of who we are as one spirit. And I will end with a small poem of Rumi that says, union with that one is grace. Union with that one is grace. Gather the pieces so I can show you what is. That's what talking is for, to help us to be one. That's what talking is for, to help us to be one. Manyness is having 60 different emotions. Unity is peace and silence. Manyness is having 60 different emotions. Unity is peace and silence. I like with that poem introduce to you my dear friend Melissa Michaels, who created movement-based cross-cultural community rites of passage, helping people navigate through life cycle and life crisis transitions. As the founder and director of Golden Girls Global and the not-for-profit organization Golden Bridge, please look at the goldenbridge.org for her courses. Melissa developed the first contemporary international youth leadership program rooted in dance, which has empowered hundreds of social entrepreneurs and peace builders around the world. She shares the story of this work with her recent released book, congratulations, Melissa, Youth on Fire. And her website is www.goldenbridge.org. We are pleased to see the move into the, within our own body, move into the dance of unity. Melissa?
Thank you so much. What an honor to be here with you all. And all those words about me really need to fall away, because simply we're here to remember that all those parts can come together and we can open space for that peace and that grace to come pouring in. So I'm going to invite all of us to find a way to be comfortable in our seats or to actually stand up and join me. We're going to do just a little bit of movement as a way of coming home and connecting the parts that might sometimes feel separate, and also allow ourselves to root so deeply and open so fully that that spirit that we're speaking about can pour in, and each of us can be played like that hollow flute, inspired by the spirit, so that that creative life force can move through us, as we are truly destined to be played in consort with one another. So let's let go of the screen. The music will pick us up. And wherever you are, allowing ourselves to let our weight come down. Come down to the lower half of our body. If we're sitting, just feeling the weightfulness. Taking a breath and just letting the burden of our solitude, the burden of our hunger, the burden of our trying to figure it out, just to let it come down. If you're walking, you can really let the lower half of your body take the lead. And we're here to just move our bodies a little bit, not in some pre-described way, but in a way that feels good. Let's let our upper body, our heart faces, our breasts, our chests, our shoulders, our wings, take the lead. stretch, reaching. How high can we reach? How wide can these wings go? Letting our head follow as we let our upper body and lower body come into unity. Play with that. Even if you're sitting, letting those feet and knees have an expression along with the wings and heart faces. All right, let's let the left side of our body drive, lead. Some say this is our more lunar nature. Pass it over. Let the right side lead. Our solar nature. Sun and moon in unity in our own bodies. Right side, left side of our brain, all the way through. We spend so much time on our computers. Let the back of our body lead. Letting the front face grow quiet. And then we'll pass it right through our core to the front of our body. Can we let front and back contemplate one another, commune, seek that unity. Upper and lower, right and left, front and back. Let yourself enjoy making room for the Spirit. Yes, certainly you can bear witness, but you also can just try a little bit, even if it's just your fingers and your toes. And taking a moment to really greet these heads, letting our brains soften, our eyes soften, our throats soften. You may choose to greet yourself through touch, but to let the weight of our head say hello to our heart face, head and heart. And letting our awareness sequence down through our spine, head, heart, and hips. Head, heart, and hips, longing to come all the way down to earth and root, feet. And right where we are, to allow ourselves to take a breath, to breathe in and breathe out, to fill, to empty, to receive, and to offer our presence to one another, to this mystery that we're all waking up through. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm so looking forward to take classes with you, and the journey within body is also a journey that can lead us into more unity, more understanding our own inner intuition, and also be more connected. Thank you so much. Very grateful. Okay. here I would like to just share with you a couple of announcements. First of all, I wanted to thank you for joining us. This is our first Zoom with many presenters, but Rumi's birthday compelled us even within this time to just be able to come together and find the ways to be together. Also, a couple of announcements. We are a nonprofit organization and entirely supported by your donation. Please log in into our website and make a donation so we can continue to expand and we can continue to offer more programs. So 12th of October, we will have a weekly meditation at 8:30. Also, if you are interested in having additional to the free webinar that we have every month, if you would like to have the classes that go more in depth, and they are not going to be more than 20 people in one class. So you need to reserve your place for it, and let us know if you wanted to take a 4 weeks class in October to explore some of the ways that Rumi is teaching us and teaching us about the crucial time. Actually, I have a really enormous amusement about the Rumi's teachings, that it was 800 years ago, and I never heard about it when I was growing up in Iran because he was banned. And here he is having for every problem that we are facing today, there is something that he has written 800 years ago. So these are a couple of programs that we are going to offer in October. Also, I would like to let you know that Rumi's wedding night is 17th of December, is the night that he passed away and joined the beloved. So we will have also another program on Rumi's wedding night that we would like you to join us. I also would like to thank the members of our board. They're working behind the scene and helping in every avenue in workload and also the vision, and with their presence and resources, they are supporting us to be able to accomplish and expand. Liza Fontana, who does almost everything, and Trina Hollingers and our UCSB's interns, who are really an enormous help to us because, as Anna mentioned, we are a small organization. So we also offer weekly quotes. We don't send usually out anything except one quote every week. To us, it's very important as a nonprofit organization to be a research-based organization. So just talk to us and let us know what are your interests, and we would love for you to join us and help us as volunteer if you can. Am I forgetting anything, Anna and Liza?
No, that's fine. I did put in the chat the link also to the donate and volunteer
Thank you so much.
the website.
Yes, and I want also to really thank our presenters, Sojourner, who study Masnavi, Bob, who is with me for many, many years, Samane, and Wendy, and Melissa. Thank you so much for your help. And also one more thing, I have to thank Ali, the composer and the writer of the clips that we are going to see. Ali Paju-Hashgar, he was with us in person last year and played beautiful oud with my friend Dr. Khani, Yaryush Khani. And unfortunately, the sound of it didn't come up well for you to see it on our different channels. But Ali sent us, because he couldn't be here, sent us an unpublished clip that we would like to play for you, and send you forth with love and with blessings. And may your path be open to a much better future than what we are dealing with right now, based on your efforts. As Rumi said, تا توانی می تراش و می خراش تا دم آخر دمی غافل نباش. Until the last moment of your life, sharpen your pencil and scratch your paper. Please don't stay moveless. That goes to Melissa, until the last moment of your life. So if anything, Justice RBG had taught us this. And much love to you. And Liza, could we appreciate the wonderful art, music, and composing of Ali Pajooashgar, one of the gem of our members, artist members in Los Angeles. Thank you. There's no sound. Liza, there's no sound. We seem to have a bit of technical problem here. We tried it, it worked. So just be patient, it will work. I think we should sing Hallelujah. No sound. This is Ali.
Fariba, perhaps if we're all on mute, that will help. So
I don't
perhaps
know. Melissa, can you tell Liza again, what did you do?
Sure. If you go into share screen, oh no, actually, go up to Zoom Us and into preferences. And then go to your microphone and make sure it's the USB audio codec. Try that.
Frustration with new technology. So
Okay, go into the Zoom to preferences again. Let's
Liza,
try.
are you there? Liza?
It looks like it all froze.
Okay.
Patience is a virtue. Are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. What worked before is not working currently. So gotta love technology.
This was a one-time nibble, since he hasn't published that yet.
Yes. Let me try something here.
Just allow us to use it for today. These are Rumi's actually poetry that he composed and wrote the play with the music about Rumi and Shams. We are hoping to bring it to Santa Barbara. So stay tuned. Thank you so much for joining us, and we would love to hear from you. Okay, thank you.